This is about AIPAC's failed strategy fighting the Iran deal. I was going to AIPAC conventions for years, and the main topic at those conventions all the years was stopping the Iran deal and stopping Iran from getting nuclear weapons. In the end, AIPAC spent $40 million and came up with nothing. They wasted it. Maybe one Democratic senator might have changed his vote because of that $40 million. So what went wrong? When I went to all those conventions, sometimes there was some variation on the theme about relationships matter, and the urging was to take all the AIPAC supporters and hopefully develop close relationships with congressmen and senators so that when they eventually have to vote, they'll vote for Israel. Well, it obviously failed. Yeah, so they invited him for Passover Seder, they went fishing with him, they called him by their first name. I saw it myself with Senator Joe Donnelly of Indiana, who was known as a pro-Israel guy. We lobbied him in South Bend right after he had met with Obama. It was clear he had already made up his mind, and there were several people in the room who had close relations with him, called him by his first name, knew him well, knew his family. Didn't do any good, because politics always will trump the close relationships. It was a completely failed strategy. There should have been 200,000 people marching on the White House demanding the end of the Iran deal. That's the only thing that might have done any good. Probably not with a jihadist president like Obama, who does everything he can to aid and abet Islamic jihad. I mean, you just think about the Egypt supporting the Muslim Brotherhood Morsi, hiring all these Muslim Brotherhood in the United States, pretending to fight ISIS, doing nothing about them, lying about Al-Qaeda's being beaten right before so we can get reelected in 2012. This Iran deal. I'll post a site here with 250 examples of Obama's jihadism. It's probable that nothing could have done it when you have a determined president. He was able to scare the Democrats into voting for him after filing these criminal phony charges against Menendez, one of the 4 Democratic senators who publicly opposed him. When you get in that room, what he says to you is, I know how to hurt people that defeat me. And that's, I'm sure, what he did, and the Democrats were scared. But AIPAC, it just doesn't work. These personal relationships are not enough. You have to have old-time, hardball, knuckle politics. And now you're already forgiving the Democrats who voted for this horrendous, genocidal, catastrophic deal. How are you supposed to take you seriously in the times to come? I know you need the diplomacy. Even Netanyahu coming to Washington right now this week, making nice with these Democrat traitors. But it's a horrible genocidal deal, and we must elect a Republican who's going to defeat it, tear it to shreds, and reject it, because it's going to start World War III otherwise.